is going to be a quick response to Agent of Doubt, his recent video, Empiricism plus No God, the Gaps equals Impossible for the Almighty. Okay. This video is not scripted, and I watched it like 2 or 3 times to get what you're saying. Okay, sorry, forgive me. I'm basically interfering between a conversation between you and you had recently with Jay Dalfiki and Jack's Blog TV. And you said some things that, I gotta get you on, dude. Sorry. Here, I'll play what I'm talking about.
Look at the way that people's gods are defined. Any time that you find any intercessory action by that god in our lives, I think that's something that's empirical. That's something that physically happened. And yeah, we don't see as much of that intercession that can be taken as fact anymore. Now that we have people who are right on the scene to try to prove anything paranormal. We have people, video cameras everywhere, and I think less and less we're going to see stories like turning water into wine, or walking on water, or parting a sea, or flooding the whole world, and people being dead for 3 days and then coming back to life. I think less and less we will hear stories about these kinds of things, because we are relying more on verifiable evidence to.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. What you just described were miracles, dude. Miracles, by definition, are not empirical. If you can empirically verify a miracle, it's no longer a miracle. I drew this. Drew a little pamphlet to show you where I think you are not getting it. Okay. If I understand your argument correctly, and you can freely correct me because this video is not scripted, I don't want to film it again. Okay. According to you, you will only accept anything that's empirical within the circle. God, when we define God, God is not empirical. He is outside of the circle. So, what's also non-empirical would be something like miracles, which is what you were trying to say is not. Trying to say it should be empirical, if I understand your position correctly, and I probably don't, but you can correct me on there. Then something like the existence of other minds, or mathematical proofs. According to your reasoning, because of the whole notion that we're seeing less and less stories of, as you put it, people being dead for 3 days and rising from the dead, walking on water, flooding of whatever. According to you, those are stories becoming less and less and less. But that's a really bad argument, because those are by definition are miracles, which are not empirical, which can't be verified. And if you can verify them, they're no longer miracles. So, wrap it all up. If you're saying you will only accept empirical evidence for the supernatural, yet by definition the supernatural is not empirical, it's outside the circle, then by the logical conclusion you have to conclude that, say, the existence of other minds don't exist, or the external world doesn't exist. You get my point? Empiricism does not work. It falls flat on its face. That's all I'm saying. I will leave you with this. I'll ask you a couple questions. One, if you will only accept empirical evidence for the supernatural? Will you accept non-empirical evidence for the existence of other minds? Or will you accept non-empirical evidence for the external world? Will you do that? If you're going to hold to the position of empiricism, you plan to only accept empirical evidence for stuff that's not empirical, then you end up arguing in a circle. Basically, you're excluding things because you're begging the question. Basically, I have a blog post that talks about that. That kind of goes into that in a similar subject. I'll post that in the description box. But yeah, sorry, dude. I wasn't convinced by your argument at all, or what you were saying. Anyway, that's about it. This video wasn't scripted. I just wanted to get something out there. And if I misunderstood what you're getting at, let me know. Take care.